How about now? There we go. Now I got audio coming through. Alrighty, folks. Good evening. Getting ready here to start up the net. Net starts in about 8 minutes, 7, 8 minutes. Robert should be joining us shortly here. Hopefully, will be a fairly smooth net tonight. Not too many problems. What did I do with down there? Got it. Water bottle. Can't forget that. All right. See here. Questions up and ready. Roster up and ready. That is up and ready. There goes the alarm to tell me it's starting. There's Robert.
There we go.
There we go.
How come I didn't hear you? I got my Raspberry Pi set up.
I wasn't keying up.
Well,
I was only talking on the YouTube stream.
Oh.
Oh.
I thought you were talking on.
Nope, not on the air yet.
Okay.
Got a couple viewers so far joining in early.
KO6 A&B monitoring. KO6 A&B clear.
A and B out there. Clear. That's a little clearer. More light on the front of my face instead of the back of my head. One more minute and I'll do the preamble. You're on through your Raspberry Pi?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're using the little lapel mic, right? Hopefully we can hear you on the air.
Kilo Oscar 6 November Echo Tango radio check.
I think so. I heard more.
Coming through loud and clear, AI7G.
There we go. Okay.
Well, there's your
Yep.
there's your proven point.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. This is Ryan, K1BLU. I will be your Sunday night net control operator for the Insomniac Trivia Net. The net will convene wherever you hear the sound of my voice in about 2 minutes, and that should last about 90 minutes, and a clear frequency will be appreciated. Do you have that going out your speakers or your headphones?
Speakers.
Can you put it into your headphones?
Why?
Because I hear myself talking, and that's quite annoying. That microphone picks me up.
But then, if somebody's talking on the air and you're talking to me,
You hear it through the headphones. You hear it both.
yeah.
That's what I do. Everything's coming through my headset. That's where headphones help, because it's not easy hearing yourself talk while you're talking. And there's the 10 o'clock buzzer. The Insomniac Net meets every evening at 10 p.m. Pacific Time. This is a directed net, so all calls should go through the net control station. For more information and connection options, you can go to www.winsystem.org. Tonight, as usual, I have one trivia question per person, each with a few possible answers. After I call the regular roster, then I will call for late check-ins, followed by guests and visitors to the net, which will be in about 60 minutes from now. If you're listening on a scanner, consider getting your own ham radio license and joining us. If necessary, you may email your check-in to me at K1BLU@winsystem.org. You may also join our email list by going to www.insomniac-group.com. This service is free, and you'll receive a question and answer in your own email inbox. After all of the check-ins, I'll read the statistics for the questions. We only have two rules here on the Insomniac Net. One is that the net controller's answers are always correct, and two, that you have fun doing the net. Before we begin, is there any emergency traffic, announcements, or items of business for the net? Alrighty, hearing none, you can follow along live with the check-in list by going to app.insomniac-group.com/live and follow us along there. You can also watch us live on YouTube. The link is in the email, or look up K1BLU in YouTube. Without any further ado, we'll go ahead and get started with our net controllers and system controllers. And for the reading of the list, I will pass it over to my co-hosts. Give your call sign and take it away.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and give my call sign, K06NET. That's step one checked off, and read the call sign. And I think we're going to start with Steve, N5UA.
And here is Steve in Houston, ready for a question, waiting with bated breath because, well, I haven't brushed my teeth before bedtime yet. Go ahead.
That reminds me of the old power bait I used to use, speaking of baited. Your question for tonight, sir: which popular 1980s mall clothing store was famous for its brightly colored safari-themed casual wear and stylized Jeep displays? A, Banana Republic, B, The Limited, or C, Structure?
I want to say Banana Republic, but I could be wrong. N5ZUA, thank you for hosting the net.
Well, you would be correct. Banana Republic originated as a travel and safari clothing company before being acquired by Gap and shifting to upscale casual wear. Thanks for being out there, Steve. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. Let's see. Our Sunday night net control operator, K1BLU, is here.
And, well, underneath one of the operators, the main one, Ryan, would be me, K06NET, and I am here. Yay! And, well, let's see if Jennifer's out there. I know she has not joined us, but maybe she still wants to check into the net. Well, looks like Jennifer did not want to join us this session. Let's try Robert, KI5AOK.
Good morning, Robert and Ryan. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all you Insomniacs out there. It's Robert, KI5AOK. All right, what question do you have for me today?
All righty, Robert. Our question for you. What neon-colored, multi-zippered nylon bags became an absolute must-have fashion accessory for mall-going teens in the late 1980s? Was that A, JanSport backpacks, B, Eastpak duffels, or C, parachute pants and fanny packs?
Oh dear, a fashion. Something I'm not real good at. This would be more in line to my sister's question. Mostly, she was always, in our house, she was always the one that actually was more fashion statement than I was. I was the nerd, she was the fashion person. I don't know, I'm going to take a wild guess, since I have absolutely no clue what the answer is. Let's supersede Charlie on this one. All right, thank you, Robert and Ryan, for doing the net tonight. For everyone else out there, you have a great week, great rest of your weekend coming up. Because I'll get you whatever makes you happy. And I'll see you tomorrow. It's Robert, KI5AOK.
And you would be correct with C. Neon fanny packs and apparel made from lightweight nylon parachute material dominated mall storefronts during this vibrant era. Thanks for being out there, Robert. We appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening, and we will see you out there tomorrow.
And if one of these questions ever happen to come again, you can always ask your sister for advice. Next up would be Bob and Lind, K6IPE.
Hey, Robert and Ryan. This is Bob, K6IPE. She's here. Go ahead.
All righty, your guys' question for tonight. Which mall bookstore chain was widely recognizable by its green and beige branding and massive standalone or mall anchor presence alongside competitor B. Dalton? A. Walden Books, B. Borders, or C. Barnes & Noble?
I don't know, because the one I was going to say was Dalton, or Patas, which is the one in the question, so that's not going to do me any good. So she's saying pick C if you don't know. So we'll see what happens with that. Secretary K6IP.
Well, Barnes & Noble is around, but they were kind of after B. Dalton. Back in the 80s, it was Walden Books. It was a staple retail tenant inside suburban shopping malls across America throughout the 1980s and 90s. I vaguely remember Walden Books, but I know one of their successors, whatnot, was Borders, which didn't have that green and beige branding, and then eventually Barnes & Noble, which is only one of those still around that I'm aware of. Thank you guys for being out there. Have a wonderful evening and great week ahead. We'll catch you guys out there Wednesday.
Okay, and next up would be Teresa, KE5MUX. Well, nothing heard. Let's try Ian, AE5ID. Well, no Ian either. Let's try Russell and Linda, AS6EQ and K6LBL. Well, nothing heard from Russell and Linda. Let's try Scott, 7FGP.
And nothing heard from Scott, N7FGP. This is K1BLU, your Sunday Night Net Control operator, along with
KO6 NET. Let's try. I think we did Skull. I think we did Scott. Let's try Wilt, WB7VPI.
Well, good evening, Robert and Ryan, and good morning, good evening, or good day to everyone else on the net as is appropriate. What do you want to tickle my gray matter with today?
Alrighty, Will. What ubiquitous mall food court staple became famous for handing out free samples of bourbon chicken on toothpicks to passing shoppers? Was that A, Panda Express, B, Sbarro, or C, Cajun Cafe or the Great American Cafe?
Oh, you know what? I'm going to go with Charlie on that one. 7-3 everyone, WB7VPI, back to net control.
And you would be correct with that, Charlie. Food court Chinese and Cajun vendors leveraged hot, free samples on toothpicks to entice hungry mall patrons. Cajun Cafe and Great American Cafe were two examples of that bourbon chicken. Thanks for being out there, Wilt. Mobile safely. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead.
Next up is Alex, W7TM.
And nothing heard from Alex. That is the bottom of our net controllers and system controllers section. At this point in time, we're going to move on down to our Win System members. These are the members that help us keep the rent and power going for the many repeaters of the Win System. And we do appreciate contributions from them, as the Win System is a 501c3 nonprofit. So thank you guys for your support in the system. Starting off with, take it away, Robert.
Okay, and starting off the top of that list with Steve, KB6WR.
Okay, go ahead and use your break.
Well, good evening, Robert and Ryan. Steve here in Bakersfield. Go ahead.
All righty, Steve. Good evening. Your question for tonight. Which clothing brand gained massive popularity in the 1990s for its oversized jeans featuring an enormous embroidered red ribbon logo on the back pocket? Was that A, JNCO, B, Levi's, or C, Tommy Hilfiger?
Well, fashion wasn't one of my, I wasn't much on fashion, Ryan. Anyway, I'm going to take B, Bravo, KB6WR.
Don't worry about it, Steve. I am right there with you. I was not a fashion. As long as it was comfortable, I could care less if it was by brand A or brand B. However, in this particular one, that embroidered red ribbon logo on the back pockets was JNCO. JNCO or Janko jeans were a quintessential 1990s mall fad, known for their ultra-wide leg openings and street art-inspired branding. I'm sorry, I could care less. As long as it was comfortable, probably cheap JCPenney's or Mervyn's, I would have worn it, but not for its branding. Thanks for being out there, Steve. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead.
Next up, Larry and Stephanie, KN6JLX and KN6JLW.
Hi, Robert and Ryan. This is Larry, KN6JLX, along with Stephanie, KN6JLW. Go ahead with our question.
Alrighty, your question for tonight. What specialty mall store was a sensory destination filled with neon lights, sensory plasma balls, novelty lava lamps, and white noise machines? Was that A, Spencer's, B, the Sharper Image, or C, Brookstone?
Okay, you guys, Stephanie's going to go Alpha, Spencer's, and I'm going to go Bravo, Sharper Image. Thanks for doing the net, and have a good week.
Alrighty, well, one of you did better than the other. Sharper Image was the one that specialized in high-end futuristic gadgets and interactive high-tech luxury items for mall shoppers to test out. Thank you guys for being out there. We appreciate it. Have yourselves a wonderful evening and a great week ahead.
And next up would be Tony, W6TL.
In Oakland, go ahead, please.
All right, Tony. Welcome. Your question for tonight. Which 1980s fad involved wearing a specific flexible metal-lined fabric band that loudly wrapped around your wrist when struck against it? Was that A, jelly bracelets, B, slap bracelets, or C, mood rings?
I don't know this one. Let me take a wild guess at Bravo.
A wild guess, but a correct guess. Slap bracelets were an affordable, widely popular mall kiosk craze before being banned by many schools for safety concerns. I remember having one of those. It was spring steel that would fold out straight, but when you slapped it around your wrist, it would curve around. They were pretty cool until the material around it started wearing thin, and then that sharp edge of that spring steel just kind of started protruding through. Thanks for being out there, Tony. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead.
Okay, and moving on down to Chris, W1MER.
MER here tonight. Robert, you isn't so good at this. Your dad better watch out. He's not going to have a job before long. You're doing good. You've got a lot of confidence now. I have one of those snap bracelets. I still have it. It's on top of our desk. W1MER, let's see what you got.
All righty, Chris. Yeah, hey, when he wants to take over, that's fine. I'll just sit back and enjoy my Sunday evening. Your question for tonight, sir. What aromatic bakery chain became famous for filling the entire atmosphere of 1990 shopping malls with the scent of fresh baked brown sugar and frosting? Was that A, Cinnabon, B, Mrs. Fields, or C, Wetzel's Pretzels?
Pretty confident that one's Cinnabon. They did a study once, and that they found out that the cinnamon bun actually was an aphrodisiac for men, so that's how they got him in there. Cinnamon bun, W1MER. Good evening.
You are correct. And Cinnabon strategically placed its bakeries in high-traffic mall corridors to maximize the reach of its signature cinnamon roll aroma. Thanks for being out there, Chris. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead.
And I do appreciate that comment that you made of someday becoming net controller. I mean, I might not be able to get the questions correct, or might mess them up, but yeah. Next up would be Benson, K6BEN, Ben.
Good evening, Ryan and Robert. This is Benson in Hollister, California, K6BEN. I'm ready for the question, please.
Alrighty, Benson, your question for tonight. Which tech-focused retail store was the ultimate mall destination for buying cassette tapes, CDs, VHS movies, and occasionally concert tickets? At A, Radio Shack, B, Sam Goody, or C, KB Toys?
Wow, I was hoping you'd say Fry's Electronics or Comp USA. I'm going to have to guess Sam Goody. Anyways, who's in it? K6BEN.
The good old phrase, Goody got it. Yep, Sam Goody was a dominant music and home entertainment retailer located inside hundreds of suburban shopping centers. Thanks for being out there, Benson. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. This is Ryan, K1BLU, your Sunday Night Net Control operator, along with
K06NET. Next up will be Alan, KI6HNL. Okay, nothing heard from Alan. Let's try Alex, KN6BKU.
Good evening, Ryan and Robert. California, I'm ready for my question. Thank you.
righty, Alex. Your question for tonight. What retail chain revolutionized teen girl mall fashion by focusing entirely on affordable earrings, hair scrunchies, and prom accessories? Is that A, Claire's, B, Afterthoughts, or C, Deb Shops?
I can't remember taking my little girl to a place called Claire's. I'm going to go with Alpha. I appreciate you guys doing that. You guys have a good night. K6,
And you would be correct. They've been around for a while. They just recently closed, last year, I think, finally. Claire's became the premier destination for youth ear piercing and affordable costume jewelry in almost every major American mall. Thanks for being out there, Alex. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead.
And next up would be Fred, W6FRC.
Good evening, Orion and Insomniacs everywhere. This is Fred, W6FRC, ready for the question.
Good evening, Fred. Your question for tonight. Which shoe brand became a massive 1990s pop culture phenomenon after introducing a basketball sneaker with an inflatable air bladder in the tongue? Was that A, Nike Air Max, B, Reebok Pump, or C, LA Gear Lights?
That was B, Reebok Pump. W6FRC.
And you would be correct. The Reebok Pump allowed kids to manually pump up their shoe tongues, making it a highly sought-after mall purchase. I remember seeing those, but that's what tying laces are for. Why pump it up? I never quite understood that, but oh well. Thanks for being out there, Fred. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead.
Okay, and next up I think would be Bruce, KM6, Zebra Unicorn Chihuahua. Oh man, no Hardy from the Chihuahua guy. Next up would be Dave, KG6LYI. Well, nothing heard from Dave. Let's try Jack, KJ6YAO.
Good evening, Ryan and Robert. This is Jack. Fire away.
Good evening, Jack. Your question for tonight. What beloved mall anchor department store was famous for its high-end catalogs, festive holiday window displays, robust tough skins, children's denim line? A, Sears, B, J.C. Penney, or C, Montgomery Ward?
Yeah, about halfway through your question, I thought of one before you started giving the answers, but I don't know which one for sure. But I'll say Sears, KJ6YAO back then. That's it. Oh.
Yes, sir. Sears was a legendary anchor tenant that drew families to the mall for everything from fashion to hardware. I remember Sears Roebuck and Company back in the day, Sears Craftsman, all sorts of stuff. Weird train of thought. My mom and dad were both working at Sears when they met. Not the store, but the corporate offices. Anyways, that was way back in the... We're not going back that far. Thanks for being out there, Jack. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead.
Next up, Bud, KI6JIP.
Good evening, all. This is Bud, KI6JIP. Go ahead.
Good evening, Bud. Which brightly colored apparel brand featured a minimalist silhouette logo of a stylized greyhound-like canine on its sweatshirts and preppy polos? Was that A, Benetton, B, Abercrombie and Fitch, or C, Pacific Sunwear?
I think that would be B. Bravo.
I know Abercrombie and Fitch had a logo, but I don't think it was the Greyhound-like. Pacific Sunwear. United colors of Benetton and other graphics-heavy brands competed directly with early preppy animal logo trends during this era. But Pacific Sunwear is the one that had that Greyhound-like canine on the sweatshirts and preppy polos. Thanks for being out there, Bud. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. This is Ryan, K1BLU, your Sunday Night Control operator, along with
KO6NET. Next up is GAR W6AXM.
Good evening. This is W6AXM, and I'm sort of ready for your question. Go ahead, Elmer.
All right, Agar. What mall food destination allowed kids and adults alike to build their own giant cookies or purchase fresh-baked cookies by the dozen in iconic red-trimmed booths? Was that A, the Great American Cookie Company, B, Auntie Anne's, or C, Dairy Queen?
I don't know any better. I'm going to go with Bravo. Thanks for doing the W6AXM.
Well, Auntie Anne's Bravo was more pretzels than cookies. A, the Great American Cookie Company turned the classic chocolate chip cookie into a customizable mall gift and snack staple. Thanks for being out there, guy. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead.
Next up is Chris, CE3RWJ.
Alrighty, nothing heard from Chris, and that brings us to the end of the Win System members section of the list. Again, we'd like to thank the members for their contribution to keep the Win System up and going. It is a non-profit, and although repeaters will run for a while, they do require maintenance. Hilltops require rent, and data centers and data requires payment to get this signal all around the world for those of all who hear it. So, thank you guys so much. If you do want to help out and get that warm, fuzzy feeling for helping out, you can go to winsystem.org and go to that contribute section and help us out if you so choose. Continuing on with our regular Sunday night roster. Take it away, Robert.
Okay, got a little slow getting to the mic. And speaking of Mike, that's our next contestant, Mike, KN6MIK.
Good evening, gentlemen. Always a pleasure. K6MIK, Mike here in San Diego. Fire away.
Alrighty, Mike, your question for tonight. Which 1990s clothing brand featured a distinct nautical aesthetic utilizing bold red, white, and blue color blocks alongside sailing flags? Was that A, Nautica, B, Gap, or C, Old Navy?
You know, I'm going to go with, wow. Let's go with C, Cody. K6MIK, back to you, man.
Well, Old Navy did have a whole bunch of stuff out there. That bold red, white, and blue color blocks alongside sailing flags was Nautica, A. It became a massive urban and suburban streetwear trend during the mid to late 1990s. I remember seeing a lot of logos, but you never found that on me. Thanks for being out there, Mike. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. Alrighty, next up on our list is Robert down in Sydney, Australia, VK2DY. Good afternoon, Robert.
Good afternoon. This is Robert, VK2DY. Well, most of that stuff didn't make it down here, so go ahead with my question.
Alrighty, well, we'll try anyways. What iconic mall specialty toy store was famous for its packed floor-to-ceiling shelves, massive selection of video games, and blue and white grid branding? Was that A, Toys R Us, B, KB Toys, or C, FAO Schwartz?
No clue on that one. I don't think it was Toys R Us, but that's the only one I know of. Could you repeat the answers once, please? VK2DY.
Not a problem, sir. A is Toys R Us, B is KB Toys, and C is FAO Schwartz.
Well, I'm just going to have to guess. I have no clue on this one, but I don't think Toys R Us has that kind of logo, so let's go with KB Toys. I have no clue. VK2DY.
Well, you would be correct with KB Toys. KB was the premier mall-based toy retailer, offering closeouts and the latest action figures in a compact scene. I remember Jeffrey the Giraffe on the KB Toys commercials. What was that Toys? No, I think that was KB. Anyways, so long ago seems like a lifetime. You are correct, though, Robert. Have yourself a wonderful afternoon and great week ahead. We look forward to hearing you out there next week. Next up on our list is Richard, NW7OR.
Greetings, Robert, Ryan, and Insomniacs everywhere.
Those
What's
of you
up
out there
this
in
week,
YouTube
sir?
land, Robert had to step off to the restroom, so it's just me at the moment. Good evening, sir. Your question for tonight. Which retail store targeted young men with aggressively loud rock and roll atmosphere, blacklight posters, humorous graphic tees, and lava lamps? Was that A, Hot Topic, B, Spencer Gifts, or C, Gadzooks?
Gee, I don't remember being in any of those stores, so I just think I'll go with Bravo. It's in the middle. What the heck, it's only a game. Thank you kindly for all you do, and 7-3 to everyone. This is MW7OR.
What the heck, it's only a game indeed, and you are correct with your game with B, Spencer Gifts. Spencer Gifts has been a mall fixture since the dawn of modern mall culture, offering gag gifts, pop culture merchandise, and novelty items. That was one of the few stores that I actually enjoyed looking around because some of the things I could get there, the shake your hand ring buzzer, I'm not going to get into it because some of it's not safe for air, but they had a lot of cool stuff at Spencer's. Thanks for being out there, Richard. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. This is Ryan, K1BLU, your Sunday night net control operator, along with K06NET, who had to go run off to take care of something real quick. Next on our list is Peter, KE6RAX. All right, nothing heard from Peter. How about Patrick, KI7LAG?
Good evening, Ryan. This is Patrick, KI7LAG. Go ahead with your question.
All right, Patrick. What 1980s shoe fad featured sneakers with built-in battery-powered lights embedded in the heel that flashed with every single step? Was that A, LA Gear Light Gear, B, Converse Weapon, or C, Adidas Superstar?
Oh, man. Yeah, see, we're getting into shoes that I never was able to afford. So give me C, Charlie, KI7LAG, back to net.
Yep, I was a Payless Shoe Source person myself. If it was on a $10 or less rack, that's pretty much what I got. But no, actually, A, LA Gear Light Gear. LA Gear dominated the casual youth footwear market in the late 1980s and early 90s with their innovative light-up styles. Just what you want to see, with the ground flashing beneath your feet as you walk. Yes, if you're preppy enough, maybe. Thanks for being out there, Patrick. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next on our list is Scott, KJ7DTX.
This is Scott and Gresham standing by.
Good evening, Scott. Your question for tonight. Which mall retail brand became a 1990s juggernaut by publishing an oversized, glossy, quarterly megalog featuring black and white photography of collegiate models? Was that A, American Eagle Outfitters, B, Abercrombie and Fitch, C, Hollister?
Thank you for running the net tonight, guys. I have no idea. My wife thinks maybe it's the, what is it, man? The Finch one. We'll go with the Finch one. Have a good day, KJ7DTX.
You would be correct with the Fitch one, Abercrombie and Fitch. Abercrombie & Fitch redefined its brand in the 1990s around a luxury, high-status, collegiate lifestyle athletic. Big, fleshy deal. Like, oh my God, really? Thanks for being out there, Scott. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Go ahead, take it away, Robert.
Sorry, got a little slow came to the mic again. Okay, and FYI, I am back. Next up would be Dave, WA7DGY. Well, Mr. Dave is not out there. Let's try Kevin, AI7GA.
Good evening, Ryan. I'm ready to attempt my question.
Alrighty, Kevin, your question for tonight. What specialty mall store was entirely dedicated to selling sweet, chewy, freshly baked soft pretzels brushed with butter and coarse salt? Note, entirely dedicated to selling on. Is that A, Wetzel's Pretzels, B, Auntie Anne's, or C, Orange Julius?
I'm not positive, but I'm going to go with Alpha. Back to net, AI7GA.
It was a tough race between Alpha and Bravo because most of them were 90% of their sales were pretzels. However, entirely to selling them dedicated was Auntie Anne's because Wetzel's also had a few other things on the menu that you could get. Auntie Anne's expanded rapidly through American shopping malls in the 1990s with its open-air rolling stations. Thanks for being out there, Kevin. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next up is Susan, AI7SE.
Hello, Ryan and Robert. Thanks for doing the net tonight. Please go ahead and give me a question.
All righty, Susan, your question for tonight. Which 1980s clothing line made colorful, multi-layered socks popular, encouraging mall teens to wear 2 or 3 pairs at the same time and scrunch them down? A, slouch socks, B, leg warmers, or C, syrup pants?
Well, you got me on that one, so I'm just going to go with Alpha, AI7SE.
Well, I didn't get you all that much because you did get it correct. A, slouch socks. Layering brightly colored slouch socks over tight denim or leggings was a defining fashion trend of the mid to late 1980s. Not have found me wearing those in any way, shape, or pattern. Thanks for being out there, Susan. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next up is Shadasatwa, KN6TTG.
Great evening, Robert and Ryan. Go ahead with the question. KN6TTG here.
Good evening, Shadasatwa. Your question for tonight. What mall store was the primary destination for purchasing collectible porcelain figurines, intricate crystal keepsakes, and Hallmark holiday ornaments? Was that A, Things Remembered, B, Sanrio Surprises, or C, Carlton Cards / San Francisco Music Box Company?
Unfortunately, I have no clue, so I'm going to, let's just choose Alpha. Have fun, everyone. Shoot this up to Invivo, Will KN6TTG. 7-3.
Well, I do remember Things Remembered, and they did have similar items. But specifically, this was looking for Carlton Cards and San Francisco Music Box Company, C. Specialty gift shops like the San Francisco Music Box Company thrived on providing specialized mantle decor for shoppers. Thank you for being out there, sir. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. This is Ryan, K1BLU, along with K06NET, as net control operators for this Sunday night edition of the Insomniac Trivia Net. Next up is Chuck, KN6YMF, and Linda.
Good evening, Ryan and Robert. This is Chuck, KN6YMF here in St. George. Lynn is AOL tonight, so it's going to be me. What do you have for me?
Alrighty, Chuck. Which 1990s retail storefront was instantly recognizable by its dark, moody interior, heavy scent of cologne, and loud alternative rock music? Was that A, Gadzooks, B, Abercrombie and Fitch, or C, PacSun?
My first clue, but I'm going to try C just to give it a try. Thanks for doing the next. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, I never go into any three of those, but I do know C, PacSun was more the surfer material and bright, not the dark, moody interior. B, actually, Abercrombie and Fitch created an immersive nightclub-like shopping environment to specifically target teenage customers. I guess that's why I never shopped in their stores. Not a huge nightclub fan. Anyways, thank you for being out there, Chuck. We appreciate you checking in. I'll be driving through your way in a couple weeks, so I'll wave the hand when I go by. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. Robert, you ready to take over the next one?
Indeed I am. Let's see if Joe is out there. KD4STN. Well, nothing heard from Joe. Let's try Phil. K6, pack my suitcase.
Good evening. This is Phil. K6, pack my suitcase. Go.
Good evening, Phil. What beverage chain, easily spotted by its bright orange branding, served up frothy, creamy, blended fruit drinks that were perfect for walking around the mall? A, Orange Julius, B, Jamba Juice, or C, Smoothie King?
I'm going to go with Alabama. Alabama Slammer.
And you are correct with that, Alabama Slammer. Orange Julius is one of the oldest and most iconic mall food court beverage traditions in North America. And one of my favorites as well. I like that better than the Orange Bang. That's what's left now because I can't find an Orange Julius. Thanks for being out there, Phil. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead.
Okay, next up, Charles, KF6GEN, Jen.
On the net, this is Charles, KF6, GEN, ready for my question.
All righty, Charles, your question for tonight. Which late 1980s tech fad allowed mallgoers to hold a portable rectangular box to their ears to listen to music tapes through lightweight foam headphones? Was that A, Sony Walkman, B, Apple iPod, or C, a boombox?
Try to guess here and take Alpha.
And you would be correct. The cassette-playing Sony Walkman revolutionized personal music and was a constant companion for teens hanging out at the mall. Thanks for being out there, Charles. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead.
And next up would be Glenn, KD5YYZ. Okay, next up is Grant, KG7WKX.
Good evening. This is Grant, KJ7WKX. I'm ready for a question.
All righty, Grant, your question for tonight. What whimsical 1990s novelty store trend involved choosing a hollow plush shell and watching a machine stuff it with fluff right before your eyes? Was that A, Build-A-Bear Workshop, B, the Disney Store, or C, Warner Brothers Studio Store?
Well, I've seen them, but never been into one of them. I have to go with the Build-A-Bear Workshop. Thanks for doing the net.
And you would be correct with the Build-A-Bear Workshop. They debuted its experimental retail model in 1997, quickly becoming a major mall attraction. Although I must say the Disney Store does stuff fluff right in front of your eyes, but that's in another way and another light, so we won't get into that. Thanks for being out there, Grant. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead.
Okay, next up is David, K7AWX. Okay, that was weird. Somebody was keying up on my end. Anyway, next up, Mike, KB6, Downhill Racer. Go, go, go.
That's right. You know, there should be a cartoon, Go Downhill Racer Go. Good evening, Ryan, Robert, Jen, and Kathy. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. This is KB6, the Mighty Downhill Racer. And as always, I am ready for tonight's input.
Alrighty, Mike. Tonight's input for you. Which department store anchor was universally famous for its annually updated sticker winter wish book catalog that kids use to circle holiday toys? Was that A, JCPenney, B, Macy's, or C, Dillard's?
Wow. I've never even heard of that. My mom shopped at Penny's when we were kids. I don't remember that. Dillard's. I'm going to say Macy's.
Well, if your mama is like mine, they hid the JCPenney wish book because they couldn't afford half the stuff. The actually thicker winter wish book catalog was JCPenney's. The JCPenney Christmas wish book was a legendary direct mail piece that drove massive foot traffic to their mall stores. Thanks for being out there, Mike. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. This is Ryan, K1BLU, your Sunday Night Net Control operator, along with
K06NET. Next up is Todd, KD60IQ. Okay, nothing heard from Todd. Let's try Carl. KM6, I'm okay. Well, I hope he's okay.
not like him to not be out there. I wonder if everything's okay. All right, next one. Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. Next up is Kevin, K6, King James Version.
Well, hello, everyone on the net. This is K6, King James Version, Kevin in Valley Springs, California. And tonight, I'm ready for my question.
Good evening, Kevin. Your question for tonight. What specific style of denim wash featuring a highly contrasted, white streaked, and chemical altered look was the height of the 1980s mall fashion? Was that A, acid wash, B, stone wash, or C, raw denim?
I know I'm wrong. I'm going to go with Stonewash. So God bless 73 and Maranatha, everyone. Back to net control from K6KJB.
Yep, well, the key word in that one was chemical altered look. That would be A, acid washed. Acid wash jeans and denim jackets were ubiquitous uniform pieces for rock fans and mall teens in the late 1980s. Personally, if it looked like it had run through acid, I would have taken it back and said, this is defective. Give me regular jeans. But that was just my fashion thing. Anyways, thanks for being out there, Kevin. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening. Great to hear from you as always. And we will catch you next week.
Okay, next up is John, K06FCY.
Good evening, Insomniac. This is K06FCY, John coming in from San Pablo, and I am ready for my question.
Good evening, John. Your question for tonight. Which specialty mall retailer focused on personal engraving services for silver keychains, pocket knives, and customized metal picture frames? Was that A, Things Remembered, B, Brookstone, or C, Spencer's?
Man, those are some real throwbacks. I've never been into Things Remembered, but I have been into the others, and I did not see any personal engraving, so I'm going to go with Alpha. Thank you very much for these wonderfully nostalgic questions. And 73, back to you.
Back when times were a lot better for all of us. You are correct with A. Things Remembered was the premier mall storefront for last-minute personalized wedding, graduation, and holiday gifts. And they pretty much specialized in engraving just about anything. That way it would be a remembered occasion. Thanks for being out there, John. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead.
Okay, next up is Santos, KJ7ETU. Okay, nothing heard from Santos. Let's try Arenza, KK4. Yeah, red, yellow, green. Okay, doesn't heard from Arenza. Let's try Alvin and the Chipmunks, KG5EGD.
All right, KG5EGD and Alvin and the Chipmunks, and I want to say that I think that you are the #1 net controller, and for your age, and no one's perfect on this earth anyway. So Bugs Bunny's over here saying, "What's up, Doc?" So what's my question?
Alrighty, Alvin, your question for tonight. What food court staple allowed shoppers to quickly grab a massive slice of pepperoni pizza alongside a cup of thick baked ziti under a bright red neon sign? A, Pizza Hut Express, B, Sbarro, or C, Villa Pizza?
Well, I'm going to take a guess. I'm going to say A, but I hope that's what it is.
Well, while Pizza Hut Express did have the pepperoni pizza, they did not have the pasta like the baked ziti. That would be Sbarro's. Sbarro became synonymous with mall food court culture by offering quick, giant New York-style slices across the globe. For being out there, Alvin, we appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening, or should I say a wonderful morning, and great week ahead.
And I also appreciate your compliments, Alvin. Always do. Next up is Eric, WN7GYF. Well, there seems to be no response from Eric. Let's try Richard, KN6ZNC. Okay, well, nothing heard from, I think it was Richard, yeah. So let's try Ray, KK4 quarter pound burger with cheese. Haha. Well, nothing heard from Ray. Let's try Dave, KF8EXA.
Good evening, Reed family. This is Dave, Kilo Foxtrot Echo X-Ray Alpha. Thanks for doing that tonight. And I am ready for my questions.
Alrighty, Dave, your question for tonight. Which fashion accessory brand, heavily associated with surf and skate culture, became a mall favorite for its canvas wallets secured with a loud Velcro strip? Was that A, Ocean Pacific, or OP, B, Vans, C, Billabong?
Boy, that's a tough one because I have no idea. I'll go out on a limb and then I'll just say, we'll do Vans, B, Bravo. Thanks for doing that tonight. I'll say 7-3 to you and all the Insomniacs. Back to net control.
Alrighty, well, all three of those could have been because they all had that surf and skate culture. However, the specific one with those canvas wallets and loud Velcro strip was Ocean Pacific, OP. Ocean Pacific apparel and accessories were essential for capturing the laid-back California look at inland suburban malls. Thanks for being out there, Dave. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead.
Okay, next up would be Ed, KO6MMN.
Nothing heard from Ed. This is Ryan, K1BLU, your Sunday night net control operator, along with
K06NET. Next up is Adrian, W6. Sorry about that. Accidentally cut off. W6APT. Okay, nothing heard. Let's try Kelly. KJ5JYU. Okay, nothing heard.
Radio check.
Radio check. We're in the middle of a net here tonight. We can hear you, but please stand by for the net. Go ahead.
Should I go? Oh. Okay. A little bit of confusion there. Let's try Brian, KK7SMN.
Alrighty, Brian. I see your note keying up there a little bit, but you're having a little trouble holding it. But I do see you out there. Let's go ahead with your question, see what happens. What interactive entertainment destination, usually glowing with neon and vibrating with electronic sound effects, was the true social center for 1980s mall teenagers? Was that A, Cosmic Bowling, B, the Video Arcade, or C, Laser Tag?
Oh boy, I think I am going to have to go with C, Laser Tag, for my final answer, KK7SMN.
Well, laser tag was one of the popular places in the 1990s for the true social center for the 1980s mall teenagers, that would have been the Video Arcade. Mall arcades like Aladdin's Castle or Time Out were premier gathering grounds for youth before home video game consoles became ubiquitous. And you better go there with your roll of quarters or you wouldn't be there for very long. Thanks for being out there, Brian. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead.
Okay, next up, I think it's Jensen or Jason, KK7ZSH.
Good evening to all the Insomniacs out there. This is Jason, KK7ZSH. Go ahead with my question, please.
Alrighty, Jason. Your question for tonight. Which casual dining chain, often located on a mall outlot or entrance, featured a green and white striped awning and walls covered in quirky vintage memorabilia? Was that A, TGI Fridays, B, Applebee's, or C, Chili's?
Oh man, that one's tough because I've been to all three of them. many times. This is why I like going through your net, because it's good stuff from back in the day. I'm going to go with, I'm probably wrong, I'm going to go with TGI Fridays. Thanks for doing the net. KK7ZSH.
Hey, I love the nostalgia part, and I'm glad you guys love it too. You are correct with TGI Fridays. I pioneered the eclectic, memorabilia-filled casual dining experience that paired perfectly with a day of mall shopping. Thanks for being out there, Jason. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead.
Okay, and next up is Jose, K06NGM. Okay, well, nothing is heard from Jose. Let's try Daniel, W7DJL.
Whiskey 7, Delta Julia Lima, hit me.
Alrighty, Daniel, your question for tonight. What 1990s subculture trend saw mall retail stores flooded with alternative rock apparel, flannel shirts, combat boots, and choker necklaces? Was that A, grunge, B, hip-hop, or C, glam rock?
Oh, boy. I'm going to have to, I have no idea. I'm going to have to say A, alpha.
Oh, A, alpha would be correct. Grunge. The explosion of Seattle grunge music in the early 1990s was quickly commercialized by major mall clothing chains. Thanks for being out there, Daniel. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead.
Okay, and next up is Brett, K2BEL.
What are you doing over there? Where are you going? Okay, nothing from Brett. Last but not least, Bruce.
And last but definitely not least, Bruce, N7FXT. No, MXT. Yes, Bruce.
And nothing heard from Bruce. Alrighty, folks, that is the bottom of our Sunday night list and roster as I have it. I will go ahead and start back up at the top with the system controllers and network controllers in our late in this section. Are there any network controllers or system controllers that wish to check into tonight's net? Come now with the suffix of your call sign twice phonetically, please. Net or system controllers only at this time.
I guess I can say Mike Uniform X-Ray, Mike Uniform X-Ray.
Alrighty, one heard, which I believe is Teresa, KE5MUX. Your question for tonight, ma'am. which retail chain specialized entirely in selling sunglasses, starting as a humble mall cart or kiosk before expanding into full inline storefronts? A. Sunglass Hut, B. Lens Crafters, or C. Oakley Vault?
Oh, this is just proof that I spent too much time in the malls as, well, not so much as a kid, but as a teenager, because I worked there. I knew it was Sunglass Hut before you even asked. Thank you for doing the net. 73KE5MUX.
And you would be correct with Sunglasses Hut A. Sunglass Hut capitalized on the mall kiosk model to offer high-end designer eyewear to fashion-conscious foot traffic. Thank you for being out there, Teresa. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. All righty, let's open it up to Win System members. If you are a currently paid up member of the Win System and missed your chance to check in, now is your chance. Suffix of your call sign, twice phonetically, please. Win System members only at this time.
This is Judy, KJ6NIM, and Hank, W6HTW. Hotel Tango Whiskey. Okay. W6. Hotel Tango Whiskey.
Hold the water.
What?
Hold the water.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it has been quite some time since we've heard you guys out there, and it is wonderful to hear you guys yet again, Hank and Judy. W6HTW and KG6NIM, I've been wondering if everything's been okay with you guys. It's been too long since hearing you. Your question for tonight: what charming children's mall store featured a massive, glowing, animated mountain of plush characters at the back and cast members who greeted you with a theatrical performance? Was that A, the Disney Store, B, Warner Brothers Studio Store, or C, Discovery Channel Store?
Well, you know, we used to think we were pretty good shoppers, but I'm beginning to think that's not quite right anymore.
When we were young.
But, yeah, we finally got onto Echolink, so we hope everything is working well there. We haven't been on the radio since, January 8th. We lost our node, but it's sure been wonderful hearing your voice and everybody else on the net. It's just been great. So we're gonna try what, Hank? Disney. Well, we'll just say Disney.
Cast of characters.
Yeah. There we go. So 73 to everybody.
And 88.
Yep, you guys are coming through loud and clear on Echolink, and we can hear you just fine. Thank you guys for being out there, and look forward to hearing you more on Echolink, checking in with us. You are correct with A, the Disney Store. The Disney Store brought studio entertainment directly into suburban malls, creating an immersive, theme park-like retail experience. Thank you guys for being out there. I do appreciate it, and it's great hearing you guys again, especially after meeting you face-to-face at the campout. Now I get to hear you on the air more. All righty, let's open it up to anybody, anywhere who normally checks in with me on Sunday night. If you're normally on my Sunday night roster and the chair monster got you, or whatever the case may be, now is your chance to check in. Suffix of your call sign, twice phonetically, please. Anybody who's normally on the Sunday night list at this time.
Delta Golf Yankee Alpha's off.
Alrighty, I only heard one that go around, and that would be Dave out there in Phoenix, WA7DGY. Good evening, Dave. Your question for tonight: which preppy retail brand featured a small embroidered multicolored umbrella logo on its pastel-colored polo shirts during the 1980s? Was that A, Arnold Palmer, B, Izod Lacoste, or C, Polo Ralph Lauren?
Let's try Bravo.
Well, I am right there with you. I have no idea what those logos are either. But apparently it's A, Arnold Palmer. It's not just a drink, I guess. The Arnold Palmer brand, featuring its signature four-color umbrella logo, was a staple of traditional department store menswear. Okay, whatever that is. I'm not going to wear iced tea and lemonade, but hey. Thanks for being out there, Dave. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. This is Ryan, K1BLU, your Sunday Night Net Control Operator. And let's go ahead and open it up to anybody, anywhere at this time. Anybody, anywhere wishing check in tonight's net. Suffix of your call sign twice phonetically. Anybody, anywhere.
Romeo Alpha X-Ray. Romeo Alpha X-Ray.
November, Uniform Sierra. Uniform Sierra.
Sierra Charlie Juliet. Sierra Charlie Juliet.
AI6ZPD, Kilo India 6, Zulu Papa Bravo. AI6ZPD, Kilo India 6, Zulu Papa Bravo.
Alrighty, we got four that go around. So let's start off with RAX. I do believe that is Peter, KE6RAX. Is that you?
Yeah, that's me. I tried twice already, but I'm not getting in through Loma, so I had to switch to All-Star.
Alrighty, well, I appreciate you trying that. Haven't heard Loma was down, but I will look into that and see what's going on. Your question for tonight, Peter: what specific type of shoe featuring a thick wooden or foam platform sole and simple leather strap became a massive summertime fad for 1990s mall shoppers? Was that A, Dr. Scholl's, B, Steve Madden platform slides, or C, Birkenstocks?
I would think maybe it's C, KE6RAX.
Oh, not exactly. B, Steve Madden platform slides. Steve Madden's chunky platform slides were a defining footwear trend for teenage girls and young women in the mid to late 1990s. Simple leather strap and foam or wood. Got to be better than those ugly boots they have out there. But anyways, thanks for being out there, Peter. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening, and thank you for doing your due diligence trying to check in there. Appreciate it. Next up, I believe, is Eric, K06NUS. Is that correct?
That is correct. How you doing?
Good evening, Eric, and welcome back. You checked in with us last week, one of our new people. And so checking in with us this week will get you added to the list for next week. We appreciate you being out there. Your question for tonight: which mall-based jewelry store chain was easily recognizable by its bright pink neon signage and its targeting of young children looking for cheap plastic trinkets? Was that A, Zales, B, Claire's Club or Afterthoughts, or C, Whitehall Company Jewelers?
Well, being a parent, I'm pretty sure that's B, even though I think they're going through bankruptcy, so that would be B, Claire's, K06 NUS. Thank you very much for running the net tonight.
And you would be correct. Yeah, back in the 80s, 90s, they were top dog, but nowadays, yeah. Afterthoughts was a major competitor to Claire's, specializing in trendy costume accessories and budget jewelry, or Claire's Club. Afterthoughts. So, thanks for being out there, Eric. We appreciate it, and look forward to checking you in on next week's Sunday Night Net. Next up is Sunny, VA7SCJ. Is that correct?
That's correct. Ready for my question.
And welcome back. This is your second week in a row. We appreciate having you back. And if I remember correctly, last week on our net was your very first contact on the radio with us. So, again, welcome back to Sunday night, and you will be added for future weeks. Your question for tonight: what food court establishment specialized in quick, portable wooden skewers of sweet glazed teriyaki chicken alongside a massive scoop of fried rice? Was that A, Sarku Japan, B, Benihana, or C, Panda Express?
Yes, you are correct. It was my very first check-in, and I surprised my OM. He had no idea I had passed my test until I broadcasted on your net. So thanks to you, thanks to the entire Reed family. I'm from Canada. I grew up here, so I'm just going to take a wild guess and say Charlie, Panda Express.
Alrighty, yeah. These questions are kind of geared towards U.S., but I should try and get more international stuff in there. Panda Express does have teriyaki chicken, but they do not have the wooden skewers. That is more of a Japanese cuisine. Sarku Japan, A, became one of the most successful food court chains in America by perfecting fast, theatrical teppanyaki cooking. Thank you for being out there, Sunay. We appreciate it, and we look forward to hearing you out there next Sunday night. Alrighty, and the last on that go-around was Zulu Papa Bravo. If I remember, Kilo India 6, Zulu Papa Bravo. I am not finding you on the list. Can I get your name and location, please?
Yes, this is Cecil, KI6ZPD. I'm in Madera, California.
All righty, there you are, Cecil. Welcome to the Insomniac Trivia Net. Insomniac Trivia Net runs 365 days a year, come rain or shine. Starts at 10 p.m. Pacific time on the many repeaters of the WIN system. Each night of the week has a different net control operator. I am your Sunday night net control operator. And while most nights of the week have 3 questions approximately with 3 possible answers, Sunday night is the redheaded stepchild of the group with live trivia. 1 live question per person as you guys check in. So, your question this 7th day of June 2026 is, which 1980s athletic brand was famous for its high-top garment leather sneakers featuring double Velcro ankle straps widely worn for aerobics? Was that A, Nike, B, Reebok Freestyle, or C, LA Gear?
Oh boy, I truly not going to know, but I'm going to go with B, Bravo.
You may not know, but guesses still count, and you are correct with B, Bravo, Reebok Freestyle. The Reebok Freestyle high top capitalized on the 1980s aerobics craze and became a massive casual streetwear success. Again, Sunday night is live trivia, and our questions vary from time to time. I'm always looking for suggestions. I'm kind of a nostalgic buff, so I try and do a lot of the nostalgic stuff, but you never know what you're going to hear on Sunday night. So, thank you for being out there, Cecil. Check in with me 2 weeks in a row on Sunday night, and I will get you added to the Sunday night roster. Like the 2 previous people checked in last week, they checked in this week, so they will be on my Sunday night roster from here on forward. Thank you for being out there, Cecil. All righty, folks, let's do final go-around, anybody, anywhere. This is Ryan, K1BLU, your Sunday night net control operator, this Insomniac Trivia Net. And let's do final go-around, anybody, anywhere wishing to check in tonight's net. I can take multiple of you. Suffix of your call sign, twice phonetically, please. Anybody, anywhere.
M-O-T. M-O-T.
All righty, and it looks like I got 1 check-in from that. Little Al, it's been a long time since we've heard you on our net. N6MOT, good evening, sir. Your question for tonight, what specialty store was the premier mall destination for purchasing athletic footwear, instantly recognizable because the sales associate wore black and white referee shirts? Was that A, Foot Locker, B, Champs Sports, or C, Athlete's Foot?
Hello, Ryan. Yeah, it has been a while since I checked in on your net. I thought I'd open my eyes and say hello. Anyway, yeah, it's good to be here. And I'm going to go with Foot Locker. Yeah, that's a good one. I haven't heard that. I haven't seen that store in a while. But yeah, I remember those good old days with the black and white striped shirts in there. Foot Locker. Anyway, thanks a lot. 7-3 to everybody, and have a great net. And thank you for giving me a question.
And thank you for being out there and checking in with us. You are correct with Foot Locker. Foot Locker established its iconic referee uniform theme to emphasize its dedication to official athletic performance gear. Appreciate you being out there, Lil. Check in with us next week on Sunday. Alrighty, folks. Well, that concludes our net pretty much. I have not fully tally these up, I will go through the emails that came in and get them in there. But before I do, radio check-ins, we had a total of 46 tonight. 28 of those were correct, and 18 of them learned something new. As usual, I hope you guys enjoy the questions of the night. Nostalgic takes me back to the days when things were much simpler and much nicer, but I am always open for suggestions. If there's any particular type of questions you guys want to hear out there, feel free to drop me a line, K1BLU at winsystem.org. And I'm always looking for suggestions, always looking for feedback. If you guys have positive or negative things for the net, you want to hear more Robert, you want to hear less of me, you want to hear whatever the case, feel free to drop me a line. There shouldn't be a one-way only thing, but I do have to keep it kind of short for the net, so any kind of feedback you guys want, I am here. Thank you guys for watching on YouTube land. Hope you guys enjoyed it out there. And again, if you can give me any ideas to keep it up, be more than happy for it. Let me break for reset. This is Ryan, K1BLU, your Sunday night net control operator here in Lakewood, California, closing up the net and returning frequencies back to normal, undirected amateur use. Everyone, I will see you all next same bat time, same bat channel. 7-3, y'all. Alrighty, and now that the net's closed, we'll go ahead and finish up the email. And look who the cat dragged in to the chat channel here. Yes.
Oh, no.
Why am I? You can do this. 1 and 2. Oh, well. That's okay. I'm just a small guy in the corner. And how are you doing tonight, Miss Teresa?
Oh, I'm doing okay. How are you?
Not too bad for a wonderful Sunday night net. In the bag, pretty much. Once I get these email check-ins in. I keep telling people on YouTube here, if they want to be guest stars on the YouTube channel or on the net, I'm open for people as assistant net control operators. They can hop in the channel here and read off questions or read off answers or just say hi to people on the air. But so far, I've yet to any of them take me up on the offer. Become YouTube famous, well, for as famous as this channel is at the moment.
You never know. You got 27 whole subscribers. That's a good start.
It's going up. It's moving there. Considering that I have no clue what I'm doing when it comes to YouTube, at least it's something. It's got. I learn as the crow flies here. I have way too much spam in my email. Why can't I find the emails that I want?
Spams. Oh, sorry.
And fried spam. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I wonder if we have any. Fry me up a can tonight before going to bed. The other day, I found a can of deviled ham. I've heard that stuff doesn't go bad. Let's see.
I don't know.
BNC. So BNC is correct. Not a new chat. Marilyn by email. I wish she would get back on the radio.
Yeah, and I don't know if the reason she's off is because she's not doing well, or if it's because, you know, there was always issues with her repeater.
I think it's node issues. Let's see here. AWX.
That's what I should have done this year. Should have
What's that?
found some way to get a car and gone to Dayton, and on the way there stopped at Maryland's and fixed her up a node.
That would work. It was great to hear from Hank and Judy.
Yeah,
I guess they've had node issues and are now
I
on
know they
Echolink.
have.
So
I'm surprised it took them so long to go to Echolink.
they sent me an email saying hopefully they'll connect by Echolink tonight with no answers. AB3YRC.
Well, I thought they were
back up.
going to buy Echolink for a while, and then I don't know what. Yeah, I got very confused.
Yeah.
M914E? Hey?
STN.
I gotta look that up. That is not a call sign I have ever heard before.
Which one?
Jump me over there. Hang on. Where'd it go? There it is. AM914E.
No. Can't say that I have either.
Oh! It's evidently a SAS. It's a special prefix for the visit of Pope Leo the 14th to Spain.
Gesundheit.
14,240. They're in the general band.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Where's my notices? Uh-oh. Brian forwarded me a message from Hank and Judy.
Forwarded you a message from what?
Hank and Judy.
Oh.
Let's see here. No other emails. Okay, where's my draft from today? We had a total of 54. Correct is 35. Still learning because I don't say anybody is ever wrong. 19. And where chats? Why do you always do this to me? Oh, Insomniac net answers. Put the answers down. And it's funny, as I finished up the net last time on YouTube, I had 4 or 5 viewers.
Oh.
And tonight I've got 2 staying late to see the B-roll here. But, you know, I never know with YouTube whether I'm doing good or not. You know, it's hard Is it entertaining? Is it funny? Do they give a shit? I don't. I don't know if I'm doing good or not. I'm not a PR person, a public speaking person, so
I
I never
think,
know on YouTube.
yeah, I think more people would if they got in and started watching. It'd be nice to see them, give their guesses in the chat to the questions as well as,
Yeah,
getting the actual. But I
in
mean,
the live chat on here, yeah, because that would be pretty cool to have in there. I think.
yeah. I mean, it's not like, again, it's kind of like this where, the points don't matter, but, at least you could be kind of playing along and, you know.
Yep. Well, I mean, even the Discord was nice because we could talk back and forth and different things too. But this is nice because you can see everybody. Maybe I could bring Discord into this. Like the live chat pop-ups or something on the side, and as people type in, it pops up on the video or something.
I know you can do that with Twitch.
I there are so many tools I can do it with so many different things. It's not even funny. Yep. From 9 and
Oh, look,
9.
see? Look, somebody's talking to you right now in the chat.
KF8EXA and VA7. Okay. SCJ always says my OM, but now I know who the OM is. EXA. All right. Thanks, guys. Yep. All right. So that is in there. That is in there. I can go ahead and turn that part off. And we will end the net on the live app. Everybody's checked in. And the net is closed for tonight.
All right.
79 active participants on Sunday.
Hey, how do you think I got here?
Never too early to start. All right. And this platform that I use to stream and bring in people from all over makes it so much easier. God, doing this takes me back to the first time I shared the net on Google Drive with Big Al.
Oh,
The
that
joy
was so
on
much
his face being able to do net control again, where all he had to do was call it, and I wrote down the answers and everything else. He was just in seventh heaven. I miss that guy.
You and me both.
Alrighty, folks. Well, it's 2 minutes to midnight here, West Coast time, and 2 minutes to 2 a.m. your time?
Yep.
Okay. I've got a long work day ahead of me. I got to be up at I got to be out the house a little after 8. And then I'm off to Oxnard tomorrow for the day of work. Yay, me.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah. So I will bid you all adieu. Let's see. Yeah, the headset, the wireless headset that he was wearing, I used to run net control with that before I switched to this one. And it's got a decent mic, but it's really low unless you're like eating the mic. So I gave him a plugged-in lapel mic now that works so much better. But I probably need to get him a different headset because if he doesn't use a headset, I hear myself talking back through his speakers. So got to get him a newer headset or something. But yeah, thank you guys for being out there. EXA, SJ, SCJ, all you guys watching, 4 viewers now. And we look forward to hearing you all next Sunday night. You know, maybe I'll get together with some of the net controllers, you or whoever, and maybe I can live stream other nights.
That would probably be fun to watch because I can get animated sometime.
I'll slightly modify my logo at the top from Sunday night edition to, you know,
Tuesday night,
Wednesday night, Tuesday night, whatever. And then I'll basically just stream it this way, put you up there as the main person, and the questions and whatnot are live off of Brian's system. So
yeah.
it'll just pull from there and try and get more people. I mean, to me, YouTube is a medium to get more people interested in ham radio.
I would
Live
tell
show
Mongo
nights.
goodnight, but she's already asleep, so she doesn't care.
So, all right, maybe I'll try it with yours and see if I can get others. Russell and Linda is one I'd love to try and get them in there if they do it. I don't know if they would,
Lord.
but
I
just
don't know that they would either.
because I mean, all they literally have to do is just sign into the chat room with their webcam and do what they normally do. I do all the back end stuff, but we could try it sometime. Reach out to them.
That would be interesting.
Yep. Oh, could you imagine how animated Robert would be on Monday nights?
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try this. So. Oh, that reminds me, I got to put something in the chat. The last Sunday of the month, I will not be around, so I need somebody to cover Sunday. And I'm not too sure how the live stream is going to go. We're going on vacation again.
Oh, yay.
Yep, Colorado Renaissance Fair,
Oh.
Saturday and Sunday. So we're doing the fair Sunday, staying the night, and then it's about a 16 to 18 hour drive out there and back. So that'll be my Monday. But Sunday night I will be at a campsite out there, so I won't be able to do the net. I might be able to, but I don't want to chance it.
No. Let's see here.
So.
Matt, Google, let's see here. You said that the
28th.
Colorado.
Oh, you want the website for that?
Yeah, I want to see something. Move.
That's the one in Larkspur. I don't have my thing about Bubber open.
Let's see here. Supposedly for me, it would be about a 13.5 to 14-hour drive.
Yeah, this says right around 15, but we're taking a trailer, and in California we're limited to 55 miles an hour, not 70 on the highway.
Yeah.
So I've got to add about an extra hour to get out of California with it. So we're going to leave. I'm going to try and take a nap Wednesday. And we're going to leave right after Jennifer gets off work about 11 midnight on Thursday. And I'll drive most of the night and into the day, and we should get there sometime Thursday evening. Crash out and sightsee a little bit. I'm hoping to go up to Pikes Peak. Ooh, I wonder if I could take an HT and try and transmit from Pikes Peak.
That'd be a fun little soda activation.
Yeah, no kidding. And then, yeah, sightsee for a little bit on Friday, Ren Fair Saturday and Sunday, and then come home Monday. So, anyways, for those of you on YouTube land, if you don't see me the last weekend, that is why. And I don't know if I can get anybody else to live stream it, but we shall see. Maybe if Scott sometimes picks up my nets, and if Scott's willing to, then maybe he can live stream it. Maybe I can live stream it from him.
I'll figure out something.
Okay. Scott or Bob. Those are the two that usually pick up Sundays. So.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, I got to get some rest. Thank you guys out there in YouTube land for joining me. Thank you, guest on the YouTube channel tonight, Teresa.
Yep.
And we'll catch you all next Sunday night.